Hey guys, this is Pidge. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to look at the endgame version of the CI aura stacking Carrion Golem build for 3.14 Ultimatum. Now, a lot of people have chosen to take on this build, and many people are very close to finishing it. So it's important that I get this one out now so people aren't just sat around twiddling their thumbs. This is the next iteration of the build. We're not min-maxing yet. This is just a direct upgrade to the previous version, something for you to aim for, something to invest your currency into, keep upgrading, and we'll push this much further, don't worry. But right now, this is absolutely solid. The feedback from the community has been fantastic. I've seen so much footage of people destroying T16 ultimatums, and we've still got so much further to go. So I'm really pleased that the nerfs didn't affect the build too much. I know we won't see the numbers that I achieved last league. That just will not happen. But I'll do my best to push it as far as we can go. This version here is going to be absolutely solid. I'm going to run through all of the upgrades. This is for people that have directly followed the starter version, so they've got their sort of baseline down. Or if you want to start a second character, this would also be a good place to start as well. So, what are we looking at here? Carrion Golems, aura stacking, achieving over 55 million Cyrus DPS with over 6.5k energy shield, 85% evade chance, 17,000 armor, 84% physical damage reduction, 87% all reses, and 100% chaos immunity. Obviously, all of this comes at a price, but this is a 3-month league. We're only at week 1. People are already finishing the base build, and they want to continue to invest and continue to improve. So here we go. Just to be clear for any new players that are coming directly to this video, this is a direct upgrade to my League Starter video, which is posted in the description. It looks like this. So if you are intending on following this guide, please go and watch that video first and then come back to this. Just for context, we're swapping over from the left hand side to the right hand side. So this is an easy snapshot of the upgrades that we're about to go through now. As you can see, we're upgrading in pretty much every single department. So yeah, we're in a really good place now. So I've chopped all the upgrades up into 6 sections, and we're going to go through them one by one. First, we're going to look at the tree overview. Then we're going to look at all the gem upgrades, the gem swaps, the helmet enchant swap, gear upgrades, and then finally the Animate Guardian upgrade. Okay, here's the tree, and you'll be pleased to know there is only one change to the entire tree. And that has come about because of something I'm going to talk about later, which is the helmet enchant swap. We had an issue came up with the amulet, which I had to address in one of my update videos. So usually what we would achieve is a 7% reduced mana reservation amulet in previous leagues. But what GGG did is they stopped the quality on the amulets, or the catalysts, from actually upgrading the mana reservation. I think that's come from them removing the tag. Well, it's definitely come from them removing the tag. So what we can only achieve now is 6% reduced mana reservation on a simplex amulet. So in order to get around that and still continue to use the build, I suggested changing out one of your clusters for one with one that looked like this. So replenishing presence and pure gal. Pure gal gives you some reduced mana reservation on one of your purities. So that got around that problem, but since then something else has come to light, which thankfully means that we can go back to using 3 first among equals replenishing presence clusters and only 1 with uncompromising or sublime form. That's really good news for us. I'm not going to lean on this change too hard. I'll get into that more in point 4. But right now, all you need to know is you can now, if you did swap out this cluster, you can pick it back up again. This helps us a lot. Okay, now let's look at gem upgrades. This is a straightforward swap out one gem for another gem. And this is going to cost you a lot of currency, so just chip away at this. Every single gem that you upgrade is an upgrade. So, you know, there's no particular order you want to do it in. Some of them are expensive, some of them are cheap. I mean, the big hitter is Awakened Multi-Strike, but just chip away at it. We're at week 1, guys. Chip away at this. So, what are we upgrading? Carrion Golem gem. Get a 21-23 Carrion Golem gem. And then swap out all 4 of these jewels for the Awakened version. So you want Awakened Melee Fizz, Awakened Brutality, Awakened Minion Damage, Awakened Multi-Strike. That's going to take some time, that's going to take some currency. But get all of those swapped out. The next thing we want to swap out is Generosity for Awakened Generosity. So I'll slot that in there with your Dread Banner and Precision Link. And then we want to make sure that you get level 21 of all of your purities. Doesn't need to be anomalous or anything fancy, just get level 21, Purity of Ice, Fire and Lightning. That is what's going to make sure that and the medium cluster swap that we just did in point 1, that's going to make sure that we hit 87%. Apart from that, try and get level 21 gems wherever possible. We're moving towards min-maxing stage now. This is not min-maxing, but we want to be ready for when we move there. So just pick up, if you get the opportunity at a reasonable price to pick up a 21 gem that you don't have, grab it. Okay, moving on to gem swaps. There have only been one gem swap, but of course in doing that gem swap you then have to put all the other gems somewhere else. So a little bit of messing about. There's none of this is set in stone. The only things that need to be in a certain place or your purities need to be in your helmet. So Ice, Fire and Lightning need to be in your helmet at level 21. And then the rest of the jewels can go anywhere you please. Obviously this link needs to stay together, the Dread Banner, Generosity, Precision. But the rest of them you can just fit in wherever you can. My POB, I'll just give you an example of where they could go. Right, moving on to point 4, which is the helmet enchant swap. This came to light through a comment in my YouTube video, and also somebody on Discord mentioned it. And like I said earlier, I'm not going to lean on this too hard, because what you could do is you could say, oh great, well we've got more mana, which means I don't need to get an expensive Simplex amulet, I can just get a 5% one. I'm not going to recommend that, because I have a strong feeling that GGG will nerf this, and if they did that mid-league, that's going to brick your build. So the only way that I've lent on it is to swap out this cluster jewel, which isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. You know, maximum 2x to get that in place. Don't sell your other jewel, keep it, just in case that happens, because what's that worth, like 40-50C? I would keep hold of that when you make this swap back, just in case this happens. So the enchant in question is actually Flesh and Stone has 30% reduced reservation. This is big because they Flesh and Stone was 25% and they changed it to 35%, but they did not change the enchant. Now the reason I think it might get nerfed, whether it gets nerfed mid-league or not, is because Discipline is also a 35% aura and the enchant is 20% reduced reservation. So I think they've just missed upgrading this enchant. So take advantage of it for now. It's, you know, a couple of exalts to swap out your medium cluster, and you'll get a lot of benefit out of it. And if they do nerf it mid-league, just swap that back, and we'll be where we were in the previous version in terms of enchant. Okay, moving on to gear upgrades. I haven't gone crazy with this because I know that the Augs are extremely rare, but you know, I'm fortunate to have a really strong community in Discord of some really knowledgeable people and some good crafters. So I'm confident that all of these items are, I'll say, reasonably achievable and available. But like I said, I haven't gone crazy. So The first thing you're going to want to swap out are your gloves. So before we were using some high energy shield gloves with 20% increased minion damage crafted at the bench. You can actually get the Redeemer mod on there for deals 30% increased damage. So try and pick up some of these. Again, as much ES on there as possible. And here I put some strength on there just so I don't have to mess about worrying about having like 160 strength. So that's your call. The main mods on here are the energy shield and the Redeemer minion damage mod. The next thing we'll swap out are the boots, and we're just looking for loads more energy shield. So this is a direct upgrade. You can also pick up 35% increased movement speed on there and a boatload of intelligence. So try and max out as much ES and go for the 35% movement speed boots. Here I have Avian crafted on mine. You may have Avian on your rings. That's your call. The amulets. This one has got double energy shield. If you are crafting your amulet, or say you've picked one up, you could always use harvest to keep the suffixes roll the prefixes, and you know, hope that you get energy shield. That's how these are being crafted at the moment. The unset rings, look to swap these out for the minion damage with double energy shield. It's Crusader mod, and if you're fortunate enough to get intelligence on there as well. These are much harder to craft without harvest, no doubt, absolutely no doubt in my mind. So I'm not saying these are going to be easy to craft, but they are available on the market, so keep your eye open for something that looks like these. You'll see on the bottom of this one that I've crafted on shock nearby enemies for 4 seconds when you focus. This is really powerful, because this applies 20 shock instantly. So focus doesn't cost you any mana or anything. It's a skill that you get. So anytime you equip a mod that says when you focus, you actually get a skill that you can put on your hotbar called focus, and all you do is press that button and you do whatever it says you're going to do when you focus. So here we shock enemies, and that makes the enemies take quite a bit more damage. So it's really useful for Cyrus. You wouldn't use it in mapping, but you'd use it for endgame bosses. And this one's just a direct copy of that one, but without the shock. So these are examples of what you are looking for. You may not achieve these exact ones, but look for things that look like these. And the last item for the gear upgrades will be grab yourself a Bottled Faith. If you don't have one already, pick one of these up. It gives you about 1 million extra DPS per golem, so I think well worth the investment. Like I said, all of these upgrades here are going to be just investment over time. Don't expect to get them in a couple of days. Just keep chipping away at this. Every single one of these is a direct upgrade. Okay, and the very last thing we're going to look at is the Animate Guardian setup. So by now, if you're at this stage, the feedback in the community has been really good about Animate Guardian. The health doesn't seem to be moving, just like it didn't last league. I did not see my Animate Guardian health move from yellow maps when I equipped him all the way till the end of the league. Didn't even see it move. So I was a little bit cautious because I don't know how Ultimatum is going to treat the Animate Guardian, but the feedback from the community is that is absolutely solid. So if that's the case, if that's your experience, obviously first of all you should have been running in with budget gear, but now that you're at this stage, you should consider all of these upgrades. So your weapon should be the Kingmaker. That gives you, your minions, loads of crit chance. It gives everybody Fortify, which is massive for your survivability, and also you get Culling Strike, so the last 10% of any enemy's health gets deleted. That's huge. That's the difference between Cyrus getting away and him not even moving in the boss fight. In your helmet, look for life plus chaos resistance, plus a mod, an Elder mod, which is nearby enemies take 9% more physical damage. That's really big. In your chest, nothing crazy here. We want to look for high life plus percentage max life plus chaos res plus nearby enemies are blinded. That's a really nice to have. Your boots, I mean, I just stuck with Victorious Flight. And the gloves, look for some life with chaos res and curse with vulnerability on hit corrupted onto them. It could be any gloves. It can be unique or non-unique. It really doesn't matter. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that build guide. You might be wondering why I don't have any footage. I could just roll you footage from 3.13, but I'm not going to do that. If you've been watching me on Twitch, you'll realize that I am running the most scuffed build that I've ever monstrously created. I have not been having a good time. Me and my friend Theory crafted a build, and we wanted to try and create that this league. I wanted the opportunity to vary my content. I don't just want to be all about golems. I want to enjoy the game and learn more about other builds as well. I want to broaden my knowledge. So we wanted to try something else. But the upgrade path that we chose, even though the end game's still going to be amazing, I'm extremely confident about that. So look out for some footage coming out in the future. Right now, I've been in a hole for a couple of days, so the reason I've no footage is because I'm not playing Carrion Golems myself. But if you do want to see people that are playing it, there's been people streaming in my Discord running T16s, all the ultimatums, really just reassuring other people that are still building the build that it can easily cope with endgame. So if you do want to see people play it, hop in there. I'm sure someone will oblige. If you do want to see what the hell I'm doing, you can call over at my Twitch. The links will be in the description. Follow me on Twitter. That'll tell you when I go live. And if you are enjoying the build, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will be back with something special in the next update. That might be a couple of weeks. So peace out, guys. Keep enjoying the league. All right, bye bye.